folks. I'm at one of our Saskatchewan provincial parks, and it is 6:30 at night. I've been wandering around here for about 45 minutes already, trying to find somewhere to register. And I couldn't find anything at the information kiosk, couldn't find anything at the drive-through. So I drove all the way from one end to the other. I called the Sask Parks phone number. They said camping at the trailhead. So I drove around the trailhead. There was like 4 vehicles there when I came in. One of them had a fire pit going. They were having supper. But I couldn't see any grass from, it was sundown. It's overcast today, really overcast. So it got dark a lot earlier than it normally would have. I didn't get to take any photos of the sunset or anything. Anyway, it's the only place you can camp in the shoulder season from October 1st until the May long weekend, I think, or April 15th or something. So I'm at the visitor center, nothing there. I'm at the entrance kiosk, the paying kiosk, nothing there. Of course, I don't blame them for not leaving out any buckets because someone could come along and crack it open and steal any payments. Tried online. Because it's off season, there wasn't any able way to say, hey, I'm coming out, here's my permit for the day, here's my rental for one night. So I couldn't even try to pay them online with their credit card system. That's frustrating. I want to do the right thing. I want to be a good, patron of our resources. So, unless I can stumble across somewhere in the morning when it's daylight, I'll look around here again. I walked all the way around these buildings. I don't see any payment system. I guess I get to camp for free tonight. Free is always a good thing, eh? So I'm going to go way back to the trailhead, which is the only place they want to allow camping, and set up my tent. Thank goodness one of the bathrooms is open for the winter, but I guess if they're going to have hiking available all year, then off season, yeah, you want people using the toilet. You don't want them squatting in the bush, leaving human feces everywhere. That's just an off-road going up to a farm or something that doesn't belong to the camp. So far I've seen probably 6 mule deer, mostly does, some bucks. Oh, that's a leaf. That's interesting. A couple flocks of ducks and geese. Lovely. Better move. I think it's a motion censored light. Or maybe it's just power saving mode. Saw a beaver floating in the lake. Walked around the bathroom, startled something in the bush, maybe a little bush rabbit. Oh yeah, I saw 2 nearly white jackrabbits. Oh, they're getting ready for winter already. So lots of wildlife. And I'm going to be one of the 2-legged kind, I guess. Okay, I'm going to go back to the trailhead, pitch a tent, and I'll talk to you then. It's 7 o'clock and it's totally overcast. Let that do its thing. let that acclimatize for a little bit. It's supposed to be down to, it's supposed to be +1 tonight. That was in the middle of the afternoon. And then on the way out here at 5:30, they said it's supposed to be -2. Really doesn't feel that chilly though. Not quite ready to put my jacket back on. So we'll let that acclimatize. I'll throw it in the tent so we can have something to look at in the morning or in the middle of the night. Okay, it's time for supper. You'll notice I tend to have a bigger lunch bag than a lot of other people because I like to make my food at camp. Oh, I gotta stoke up the wood there. Got the fire burning. Tonight, for supper, let's see if I can open one of these for you, is pizza. I bought one of these on speculation a couple weeks ago and I really liked it, so I figured, yeah, let's do that again. It's wheat and beetroot crust with smoked ham and veggies and 2 different kinds of cheese. So we're gonna have the 4 pieces of that for supper. Fire's going well. Got some good heat on it. I'll put those on. See if we can get that on there like that. There we go. It's not as big as it looks, really. And it's coffee crisp for tonight. Let's turn that down. Let's crank it out quite a bit. Let that do its magic. Shouldn't take more than a minute or two. Hope you can see that. Oh, there you go. Cheese is melted. There's browning on the edges. And it's stiff on the bottom, so it's cooking through. So I would say we're done and ready to eat supper. That was really good. That was really good. If you're wondering why I'm not sitting down, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure, that this table is solid and not rocky. I don't want to disturb the canister and the flame by sitting on it, knocking it off, and causing a forest fire. So I'm eating standing up, and as soon as I turn this off and get my hot chocolate going, then I'll sit down and enjoy it. But I'm also grabbing my pizza off the fire. It is delicious, and I'm on piece number 3. One thing you want to do is before bed, I just have to throw my bedroll in there and let it defluff a little bit, or fluff up, I guess. But digestion helps your body burn calories, and it'll keep you warm in the process. So instead of drinking something hot before bed, although I'm going to drink something hot just to wash down the food, it's really good to have a meal before bed to keep your calorie burn up and internal fireplace going. At first I thought this pizza looked weird. Red dough? Nah. That beet that they use to go into wheat for the dough just gives it a little bit of zip. It's really nice. If you like beets, that is. Got smoked ham on top in little pieces. And I think that's yellow pepper and green onion. Not green onion, yellow onion. And little bits of zucchini. I'm not going to touch that, just going to let it cool down. That smells good. That's really good. I wasn't a fan of flavored hot chocolate until I was walking through the grocery store, really craving hot chocolate. And the only thing that, well, hot chocolate was pretty expensive, but the only thing that was on sale was the flavored stuff. So I picked some up of the, this is the, let's see, there's Turtles, Rolo, Mint, and I'm not sure what the fourth flavor is in the box. But man, they are really good. It's not too cold out tonight. Not at risk of hypothermia much. I'm going to have a little bit of extra spiced rum. Just a little bit. I'm out here by myself, so I don't want to get too tipsy. one of those people who likes to actually taste the flavor of your alcohol or hot food when you use spices. I'm not a person who likes to throw so much in that you just don't taste that at all. So that's all I need. Now that cloud cover is moved off. Clouded right over at 6 o'clock when I got here. Then I noticed about an hour ago, started pushing out toward the west, moving on. And I could see the Big Dipper and Little Dipper and a whole bunch of constellations. And it's just wonderful, all the stars that you can see when you're away from the city and the lights. If I had enough firewood, I'd sit here all night just to watch the flames dance. It's gorgeous. So my sleep system tonight, I brought my reflector pad, my -20 sleeping bag, a fleece, my Ranger blanket, and my insulated sleeping pad for 4.4 R value on it. I was thinking, oh, I don't need the reflector pad, but I'm going, you know what? I'm going to put it down. The ground isn't frozen, but this area of the province has a lot of sand in it. And I've learned that it's like a desert. It doesn't hold heat at night. It's not warm dirt. So I'm going to put it down just to be safe. Then I'll throw my insulated mat, and then I'll throw my sleeping bag on top and my fleece inside the sleeping bag with me. I made a pillow, and it had the chopped up foam in it. That was okay, but I overstuffed it, so now it's a little too round. And it's the wrong shape, and I don't feel like sewing another pillow. So I figured, oh heck, let's go get this Thermarest pillow, this compressible foam pillow. It's the blue one with the compresses down into itself. It's also made of chopped foam bits. And I'm going, yeah, you know, when it gets cold, it gets cold. When it gets damp, it stays damp. And it makes my hair go staticky. It's not really a legit reason to not want to use it, but it drives me crazy when I wake up or move my head and my hair's just stuck to my forehead because it's got so much static to it. So I'm looking around. I figure what I'm going to do is get an inflatable pillow, and then I'm going to put a washable foam exterior on it that has extra padding to get it up to the height I need. So I bought one. I'll show it to you later. And if anybody could let me know if they're side sleepers or if they've used the style, just what they think of this style of pillow. We'll wait for the rest of that to burn down, then we'll crawl into bed. Gotta make sure the embers are out. I have extra water for that. Okay, I got my sleeping bag all set up. And this is what it's at in here. It has actually climbed up in temperature. It is +7 in here, Celsius, which is 44 Fahrenheit. And this was, when it was sitting on the picnic table out by the fire, it was +3, which made it like 36 Fahrenheit. And the temperature was dropping. But since I put this in here, it's actually climbed almost 5 degrees Celsius. So it's nice and warm in here. It really is. I don't think I need the reflective floor that but I thought, you know what, I got it. I'm going to use it anyway. And I got my orange climate in there, my insulated mat, and then I have my sleeping bag, and then I put my fleece in it. And I have my ranger blanket to put over top. I think it's kind of overkill, but better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, I've been having trouble with pillows, as I described earlier, so this is what I bought. It's basically a rectangular inflatable with seams welded into it. And I'm a side sleeper, so apparently the ear goes in there. And I thought, okay, well, I'll watch a couple of videos and see what people say about it. And people had said, even with side sleepers, your face doesn't actually fall into the sides like they expect it would. It's actually very comfortable. So I thought, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Can't be any worse than anything else I was going for. I figured I'd go for something that was inflatable, and then I would put something cushioning around it so that I would get the loft that I need, but still be able to compress it down and still have the comfort on the side of the face. Okay, the instructions say 3 to 4 breaths to inflate, adjustable comfort, soft to firm, self-centering head and neck support, and lightweight for travel. Well, that's everything I wanted, so we'll see how it turns out. This is it. This tiny little thing, which I'm okay with. However, guarantee you, I'm never going to get it back in this stuff sack again. That's okay, I have extra little stuff sacks at home I can put it into that are easier to close, that are a little bigger. Or, I don't need the stuff sack again if I just leave it with the rest of my sleeping bag stuff. My only concern that I can see off the bat is this valve. These do have a tend to fail. And once you pay $35 for a pillow or a product, you want the valve to work. So we'll see if I can get this to hold the air in it. Okay, I played with the valve a bit. It's open all the way, inflate. And then I found you have to really push down hard and turn like a son of a gun to get that to lock itself in place. So we'll see how long that lasts. Okay, 5.5 breaths. When I'm kind of sitting hunched over here. Said it's 4.5 inches tall. Kind of looks like it. Okay, I'll try it out and see you in the morning. Let you know what I do, how it went. Oh, morning, everyone. Well, 4 o'clock, and the bladder says you don't get to sleep anymore. So just held out till 5 o'clock and ran in there. The more you hold your urine, the colder you get because your body's trying to warm it up. Try not to do that. I thought it was raining all night. Actually, I think it started out as rain. And just coming back now, it's sleet. There's little white piles all over the parking lot in the car. So being it's 5 o'clock, overcast, sleeting, there's a break in it now. I was listening to it on the tent for a while there. I'm not going to be able to do breakfast out there. So it's 5 o'clock now. I'm going to pack up, throw everything in the car, go home, and maybe I'll be able to finish breakfast in there. Maybe I'll call to bed for another hour or two. Home is just half an hour, 40 minutes away. So I'll eat one of my chocolate bars on the way in. And that's the end of this trip. If it's light enough out there, because it was trying to dawn up.
sun was trying to come up. I'll see if hopefully it's light enough I can show you how overcast and miserable it is out there today. And this pillow, let's see, what do I say about this pillow? It would be a good pillow for a person who doesn't hunch their shoulders when they sleep. So this would be not for me. I guess I now have one more piece of gear that goes into the for guests to use pile. It did keep it, it feels good. It did keep its air. There's nothing wrong with the product itself. It's just when I sleep, I'm hunched down trying to wrap my mummy sleeping bag around me. And it's not too bad for the mummy sleeping bag, but it's just not for me. Well, once I threw my jacket over it and gave it some body, I guess, then it was okay. But not right now. I'll give you a better look in the light when I get home. As it turned out, I'm glad I put down that heat reflector pad on the bottom because I did get chilled. The temperature did drop with this weather front moving in. Let's see. Whoop, yeah, hold it upside down. It says it is currently +2 Celsius in here, which looks like it's 36 Fahrenheit. And I started shivering in the middle of the night. I had to, I was all tucked in, nice and warm. I was good for maybe an hour. And then I woke up just shivering uncontrollably. So I did get out my little heating pads, the kind that you stick in your mittens. You expose them to air, and they're natural minerals. And you just stuff them into your mitts and stuff. And I put 4 of those in my sleeping bag, and I was toasty warm after that. And it was a matter of keeping my neck all covered up. The pillow kind of didn't help with that. It kind of blocked in the way a little bit. But I was managed to keep my neck warm. But I am glad I put the heat reflective pad on, because without that I would have been just exposed to so much more cold and heat loss through the bottom like that. And I'm glad I did that. If I'm quiet, you can hear the sleet starting again. Just a little bit. Yeah, I let the car warm up. Grab my goodies and stuff her in.
So Thursday night got cold, and Friday when I woke up there was sleet. On the 10th I could hear it throughout the night. This is what I came home to. This is started Friday night and continued through Saturday. Sunday night, went to bed with serious storms and windage. Got up Friday morning and it was sunny and clear and frickin' cold. Got quite a bit of snow. So yeah, that was the last camp that I wanted to do because I knew winter was coming. Now I can officially put away my summer camping gear and get up my winter camping gear. But I want to show you that pillow I was talking about. It's taking everybody 2 days to plow out. Anyway, this is the pillow. There are several brands out there that do this same shape and same general design. But this one is 17 by 12 by 4.5 inches and 3.2 ounces, 3.2 ounces, 91 grams. And what it is it's 4 and a bit thick, and then it has 4 welded seams that reduce in the middle, and that's where your ear goes. What I found when I slept on it, my neck isn't very long, and maybe if I had put, you know, a sweater or something in here to lift up my head, I wouldn't have felt like I was sleeping on a downslope. Didn't work too well. But anyway, I'll blow it up and I'll show you. This one, the Ascend, paid $35 for it at a local store, Cabela's. I picked it up the day before I took off, so I didn't have time to order something cheaper from somewhere else. Comes in a little bag like this. I stuffed it back in. I swear to God I didn't think I was going to, but it happened to get back in. So tiny little bag. And roll it like this. This here unscrews all the way open. Then you push down and you turn to close. I'll blow it up and I'll show you what it looked like. Bend that over so you don't lose it here. Push and turn. And there's your pillow. It looks like a good pillow. I was fairly comfortable with it. Let's see, when I could get my neck in, my shoulder in far enough to put my head on the spot. But when I was, I don't know, maybe I just didn't have enough cushioning over here, soft cushioning. When I laid on my side and I actually worked hard to curl it in when I was still, you know, in that falling asleep period, it was comfortable. But maybe if I'd had more padding across here, then my head would have felt more like it was up. So I'm going to try it one more time with extra padding on top, see how it goes. But there's another style of pillow out there, and I think I'm going to try that one next, where it's shaped like a kidney bean, and I think or a kidney basin, I should say, and I think I'll try that one next. For $35, I'm not going to throw it away. But it's, like I said in the video, it's probably going to be delegated to the guests can use this pillow. Or Stuart can use it because he seems to be able to sleep well on a pillow like this. But it seems to hold air really well. Good welded seams. Not losing anything. This locks down really well. I don't see that slipping open in the middle of the night. Even if this maybe came in a smaller version, where it was less than 17 by 12. Maybe that'll fit better. I'll just have to try it more. Anyway, comment down below if you think you've tried or had the same issue that I have, looking for a comfortable pillow, what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work for you, and why it does or doesn't work for you. Let me know, and we'll check out the field gear for the future. Hopefully I can come up with something that gets me a good night's sleep. For this, I'm just going to start with more cushioning on it. There you go. Actually, you probably don't even need this bag if you just toss it straight into your sleeping mattress or your sleeping system and just leave it there rolled up with everything else. You probably wouldn't even need the bag. You're just going to lose it somewhere anyway if you're in the middle of nowhere. So that's one less thing to leave behind.